Sleep Eternally. The moment I heard your guitars with Nils' vocals, I knew it was something special. Yeah.
All right, cool. Thank you. Yeah, I mean, we really tried to make it something special. I mean, as I've been saying in other interviews, we're not using any leftover things from previous projects or bands. I mean, this stuff is written for Lex Legion, so we want to keep it that way too, and not trying to be like a copy or clone band of any sort, or just a continuation of anything we've done before. This is something completely new and fresh.
It's so fresh, yeah.
Yeah, thank you.
But
man.
that also. Here's the man himself.
Here he is.
He's just muted it.
Maybe.
Yeah, he'll be right.
Okay, you're on.
Here he is.
Hey, Nils, we got you as well. That's a surprise.
Oh, wow. Two guys, two interviewers. Great.
Yeah.
This is awesome.
How's it going in Australia?
This is my co-host Kyle. I'm Simo, and we are the Heavy Energy Podcast.
Great to meet you guys.
Great to meet you.
Yeah, great to meet you guys as well. And I was just talking to Andy about Sleep Eternally and how hearing the sound of his guitar with your vocals, I knew it was something special.
Yeah.
Thanks.
But that would lead me into my first question. So what made now the right time for Lex Legion? Because I know that it's something that you guys worked on years ago, but now years have come together and make it really happen.
Yeah, I mean, we didn't really have any, time like specific, we want to release the album like early 2026 or so, we just thought that when the album is finished, we release it, that was the plan, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it wasn't like a time thing in that sense, I mean, me and Pete, we actually started working on some riffs back in 2008. I mean, that's when we started to work on things.
Sort of getting at,
yeah. But
so
I mean,
riffs are very they date back.
Yeah,
that far.
yeah. But I mean, at that time, we didn't really know what's going to happen with it. We just, made a few riffs, made a few songs, whatever, And one of the songs from back then actually ended up on the album. It's the last one on this album, and then probably a few riffs here and there, that's from that time. But if you jump forward a few years, nothing really happened with what me and Pete did, But when the pandemic broke out, the COVID, Pete picked up his songwriting again and played a few songs for Mickey D. And Mickey thought it was great. Hey, this is good stuff, man. I want to be a part of this, Mickey said.
Yep.
And he also said, maybe we should call Andy to see if he's interested too. That'll be fucking awesome. And Pete was like, no, I don't think he's too busy with everything else, with Diamond and producing bands in the studio. So, he won't be interested in this, But Mickey called me, and of course I was interested, because I know that me and Pete works very well together. The chemistry is just there, we don't even have to talk. We just play and, look at each other and, make the next riff and put things together, So, yeah, of course. And Hal Patina was also asked during the same time,
Yeah.
So there we were, four of us back together again, which was absolutely amazing. And this was like very early 2021, I believe, around late 2020, early 2021. And we just continued to write a few songs, and we talked about what kind of vocalist do we want for this, So we had a lot of, suggestions there, But after a while, I thought, hey, Nils, this guy, I've been working with, many years ago. Let's check him out, So I sent a few links to Mickey and Pete from Pagan's Mind with Nils, and they just loved it. They said, this is the guy. This is the guy we want. He's perfect for this kind of music. And once we found the direction of everything, we just continued to write songs. It took a few years actually till we finished everything. So everything was finished. I guess October, November, maybe 2025, then we had all the songs, including the one song, very last on the album from 2008.
Wow. That's amazing. And I love that it's come to a culmination right now. And we're in the middle of the 20s, 2026, but you guys have got like a 1986 sort of like mindset of writing for this.
Yeah. I mean, we're born and raised, with music from, the late 70s and the early 80s, and that's how we play. That's how we write music. So you will definitely, there'll be a good, chunk of 80s vibe in the style, definitely, but that's what we do. That's what we can do. And that's, how we play things. And that together with, a updated kind of modern sound and Nils's vocals on top of that, that's just
Yeah.
a great combination, I think.
Yeah.
Nice. That sort of leads into sort of what my first question for you is. So, with such like a rich history in this band, how did the writing process sort of come together without it sort of clashing?
Yeah, like all these fantastic members, all these big names. Like,
Yeah.
how do you guys get in a room and, like, how do egos not clash,
Yeah.
Well, it usually starts out with me and Pete sitting together, coming up with riffs, or maybe sometimes even like a basic song structure of things. Maybe he comes up with the starting riff. I go in with like a second riff on that, and we move things around a bit. And once we have a structure, we ask Mickey to come down to the studio because he's really good at arranging things. He's coming down, moving things around a bit, maybe adding a few things that makes it a little more interesting, or take out a few things too. Sometimes that happen.
Yeah.
So that's usually how the structure starts. And then we send it off to Nils, and he's got totally, free hands to do whatever he wants, pretty much. Of course, we talk about it and bounce things back and forth a little bit, But I mean, Nils, just be yourself and do your thing. And same with Hal Patino, just send it off to him. He's doing his thing, back in his home studio.
Yep.
Same with Nils, got his own home studio. And so it's kind of a hybrid thing because it's usually me, Pete, then, and Mickey who meet in the studio working things out, and then send it off to the other guys. That's usually how it works so far, at least.
Yeah,
Nice.
awesome. I got a quick question for Niels actually. Niels, so I've seen some of your stuff like working in the studio from home and then especially like the stuff that you did with Universal Music Project,
A
UMP.
universal mind, I think it was.
That's
Yes.
right. Sorry, Universal. Yeah, yeah, and so all of those skills. How do you bring those into Lex Legion? Yeah,
Well, of course, every project that you're a part of brings experience to the table. You'll quickly learn what kind of songs that fits you or not.
yeah,
I I get inquiries quite often from bands wanting me to guest on a song or do something. Most of the time I reject them because the music doesn't fit me or I don't think the quality is good enough.
yep,
That may sound cocky, but I need it to be good for my kind of voice.
yep.
And with the songs from Lex Legion, like everyone was just spot on for me.
Awesome. And that's literally the style you bring now. That Nils K Roo style into Lex
Yeah.
Legion, and
Yeah.
you're working with some of the best parts of the King Diamond era here, and also the fact that you're bringing that 80s mindset but into 2026, and you know what, it's sort of like this is what we're doing. And I love that attitude, man. I love that attitude of just this is what we're doing, no apologies. And I love how it's starting to come across now. Yeah.
Thank you
Oh,
so
thank
much.
you very much. Yeah, thank you so much, man. And the response, as I said earlier, has been absolutely amazing. I mean, everyone is talking so much good things about this, super positive vibe, which is awesome to hear, of
So the
course.
album, But will there be shows too?
Yes, there will be
Yes.
when the time is right. When the time is right, there will be shows. It's just that the first album is kind of hard to tour on one album, right?
Yeah, I understand.
So and Mick is going to be really busy this year with Scorpions, until end of October, I believe. So nothing's gonna happen this year, most likely, but we're gonna plan for the future, of course, and we already have ideas for the second album, so it's not
Ah,
just
so
like
it's already brewing.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah,
Awesome.
yeah, 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 yeah.
Awesome. So,
Yeah.
I'll hand this one over to Kyle now. Yeah, this is the part where I
Nice.
hand it over to Kyle.
Cool.
Well, this was sort of for your vocalist. Like, how did your own vocal style shape the music as everything was sort of coming together? And I think one of you's already mentioned this before. You pretty much have free reign to do what you sort of want to do in your vocal style for the music.
Yeah, it's a lot of different angles to crack the code for a song. One thing that has come in handy with the songs from coming from Andy is that I get a liner notes, sort of a quick description on what is the verse, what is the chorus, what's happening here, what's happening there, what's the solo part and stuff. When I get those liner notes, I can more easily build the structure of the song. And of course, like I was mentioning earlier, bands approaching me with songs, can you put your voice on this? It's not always in the right key for me. But with the songs coming from Andy, everyone was just perfect for me key wise. And
Yeah,
that is
and fitting
that
that
is a very
melody.
important thing to shine on the vocals. It's the right key.
Yeah.
What key is the one that you like or prefer
Yeah, what key are some of these Lex Legion songs in? Yeah.
when it comes to your vocals?
You have to ask Andy about that.
Yeah,
That's an Andy
there
question.
there are a lot of stuff happening in D, for example.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
I mean, yeah, D is the key for Lex Legion, I believe.
Yeah. Awesome. Awesome.
Yeah.
Actually, so this is the part of the show where I just ask either one of you guys to just do a shout out for the channel. You basically just say your name, your band, and that you're watching Heavy Energy.
Okay. Right. Hello, this is Andy La Rocque, and you're watching the Heavy Energy.
Hell yeah. Thank you very much, Andy. That is
was
awesome.
cool.
That's one of our most metal ones yet. We got the devil horns and everything. Thank you, Andy. Legend. So yeah, just because we got the shout outs out of the road doesn't mean we haven't got another few questions for you. One question I've always wanted to ask you, Andy, is you have always been known as the guy who plays the spooky riffs. What makes Andy La Rocque riff spooky? Is it that minor pentatonic, or is it triads? Is it something that you're doing on that fretboard that is a secret that you're not allowed to tell us?
No, it's all about atmosphere, and it's all in here, I mean, I just, I don't think about theories, when I play the guitar. It's more about, lighting up a candle, and get the right feel. That's what I actually did back in the 80s, when I recorded my solos in the studio. I lit up a candle. It was totally dark except for that small room in the studio where I was doing my solos. Lit that up and played stuff, until it sounded good.
Atmosphere.
And I kind of try now to imagine that too when I write riffs. I mean, if you want it to be spooky, you got to have the right atmosphere around it, to be able to write such things.
I
No.
really feel that, and that was the best answer I could have ever expected. Thank you for answering that one, Andy. That's awesome because I've always listened to your King Diamond stuff and even hearing the stuff in Lex Legion, and I'm like, there's something spooky. It's something he does, and
Yeah.
it's the atmosphere you bring. And that was my big question for you. So yeah, thank you for that, Andy.
Thank you.
So, leads in my third question for you guys. With this band's like such big history within the band itself, from King Diamond to Death
To Scorpions,
to Scorpion,
Motorhead, yeah.
Nils.
all the ones that are in this band to bring this supergroup together. That's what I've called you, supergroup.
It's a super group to me too.
Where does Lex Legion sit creatively for you guys as a whole now?
Yeah.
I would say, I mean, the combination of the four of us that play together, and we have a lot of different, experience behind us, of course, and that combination, together with Nielsen, of course, just makes it very unique. And I mean, it's really hard to say, but it kind of comes naturally when we talk and meet and everything. It's like, wow, we found a direction that's just perfect for all of us, and works out great. Of course, I mean, you have learned a lot, from previous things we've done and so far, but putting all that experience, boil it down to this Lex Legion thing is just awesome, and it feels totally 100% right, to do that.
Yeah, and natural. Yeah.
Yeah.
And all the name too.
Exactly.
I love the name.
Oh yeah, thank you. You know what it means?
Love the name.
You know
No,
what
but
it means?
We'd love to find out. Yeah, please tell us. What does Lex
Yeah,
Legion mean?
Nils, want to go for it?
It's if it's directly interpreted, it's Lex is Latin for law, but you can spell it a lot of different ways, really. So directly, it's a legion of the law, but it can mean so much different things, and it's also very poetic. Two words together, I think it's easy to spell out. You remember it. It's got different qualities putting those two words together, which I think is unique.
Yeah, and if you Google it, you can find different meanings of it. It can be the Mystic Legion or the Dark Legion, even.
Yep.
So it has a lot of different meanings.
And now the Happy Legion.
Yeah.
That is so awesome.
Thank you so much for sharing that with us, actually. Yeah.
Things you just don't know.
Yeah. The extra insight. So one last question for you from me, Niels, is melody-wise, Sleep Eternally is the song that's hit me in the face and you soar over the top of it. Do you find those melodies while Andy's playing the riff, or is it something that comes a little bit later on after you listen to the song for a while?
The chorus for Sleep Eternally, I had that idea for many years in my head. I was just waiting for the right riff, really. So it just clicked when I heard the instrumental coming from Andy. Oh, this is the perfect part for my old idea.
Yep.
So sometimes songwriting happens that way. Sometimes it's the other way around. But on Sleep Eternally, I had this chorus for a long time.
Yeah, awesome. Because it was very catchy to me, and straight away I was like, "This is classic Nils." Straight away, so I think I got that vibe that it's something that has been sitting with you for a while.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, was there anything else you wanted to ask, Kyle?
Nah, I'm good. I'm good now, dude.
Cool. So the only other question I had for you, Andy, real quickly, is I wanted to just know a little bit more about your purple ESP. I saw some stuff about it online, and I'm like, man, I love that guitar. Could you just tell us a little bit about that guitar, and have you worked with it with Lex Legion on that guitar?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, oh yeah. I'm with ESP Guitars now since 2018, I believe, 17, maybe even 17. So it's almost 10 years, and I just love this stuff, And I had a few guitars in the beginning, to try out, like the Horizon. Hold on a second, I'll show you right here. I've got one here.
Oh, I
I
get
don't know
to
if you can
see
see
it
it.
for real.
This is not the one I'm playing with on Lex Legion, but this is like one guitar I use for many tours actually. But my signature guitar is based on this one, pretty
Okay.
much, But it has a single coil pickup here instead,
Oh, yep, yep.
and the scale length is a little shorter on my signature model.
Oh, okay, yep.
So this is like a typical Strat scale length, which is a little longer. I'm using the Les Paul scale length on my signature,
Ah, the Les Paul scaling.
which is a little shorter. It's a little shorter scale, which is to me super, convenient and comfortable to play with. And I actually read a while ago that Jake Lee is using the same scale length on his Super Strats, which is like,
Ah,
wow, that's cool, man. I'm not the only one who thinks that's a very comfortable scale. Well, it worked out. You can get a LTD Andy La Rocque signature model. It's
yep.
purple, got a single coil, got a humbucker, got a float rose tremolo on it. Beautiful guitar that plays great, and I've been using that, for the last tours with King Diamond, and all the solos on the Lex Legion on my side is done with that guitar too.
Awesome.
And on the rhythm guitars, we used an ESP Eclipse, for the rhythms, very steady, good sounding guitars. Just love it.
That's
And
awesome.
by my signature model, you can get that as a custom model from ESP too. It's going to cost you a little bit more, but it's an awesome guitar.
Yeah, it'd be so worth it though. Yeah.
Hell
Awesome.
yeah.
So, I just wanted to just quickly plug the album for everyone. Just to let everyone know, the album.
It's going to be 12th of June.
12th of
Don't
June,
know about
that's right.
Yeah. Don't know about Australia, but I think it will be, the same date all over the world, I believe.
All right, awesome. So 12th of June, everyone get ready for the new Lex Legion album. And I believe that one is on
MNRK Music Group.
MNRK
That's
Music
correct.
Group. And
Yes.
I hope that everyone loves it as much as, because Sleep Eternally hit me hard. And I can't wait to hear the rest of it. So on the 12th of June, I'll be cracking a beer with Lex Legion. And I think I'll just do a whole listen through of the whole album with a cold beer in my hand. Yeah.
We might have to, because that's the day before my birthday, so we might have
we
to.
might even do
All
that on
right,
the show.
all right.
Yeah, we might
We
even
should.
have a beer and we'll do a listen through of the album, and then we can sort of review the album as we sit through it. So we'd love to do that for you guys. Yeah.
Perfect. Perfect, man. Love it.
Thanks so
That's
much
great.
for coming on the Heavy Energy podcast, Andy and
Thanks,
Nils.
guys.
We really appreciate the extra appearance from Nils. That was actually a bit of a surprise. We didn't expect that.
Cool, great.
And thanks for
Super.
surprising us with that, Andy. That was awesome. And thanks for answering all the awesome metal questions that we were just so curious to find out. So
Thank you, guys. Have a
been a
great
great
night.
chat. And as we
Thank
say
you.
on the Heavy Energy podcast, stay metal, metalheads.
And rock on.
Rock on.
Cheers. Thanks, guys.
Cheers.
Bye
Thank you very
bye.
much. Bye.
Hey guys.